Hey guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Anonymous, and in this channel, we talk about gang stalking, we talk about dealing with it, we analyze their tactics, and we pretty much try to understand the truth behind gang stalking, behind manipulation, behind all of that stuff. Now, in this video, I want to talk to you about the meaning of connection. So, I already made a video about what connection is previously, a long time ago. Um, and I want to talk a little bit more about it in this video. So, one thing that I noticed is that whenever I got disconnected, I didn't know what it was until gang stalkers, the moment I got disconnected, unknowingly, they began saying, he got disconnected, he got disconnected, he got disconnected, they whispering it. And when that happens, you think about the gang stalker to pull you back in, and it used to be successful at pulling me back in. So, what is connection? So connection is pretty much means when you're in a trance, where the symbols, the colors, the items, the words that are supposed to be tied in to the harassment, that the words that are supposed to give you PTSD, to make you feel uneasy, to give you anxiety. Those words, when you're connected, they bring your mind back into a memory of that event. And you are so gang stalkers pretty much like in the store, they they their task is to keep you connected all times, all day, all time, all day. So like, for example, I am like, if I'm right here, someone's gonna be swaying my car, and then they're gonna be saying things like "shut the fuck up," or whatever, or like something that will bring my mind back into the gang stalking um, state of mind, back into being connected. So, but something there is something where you can get out of the trance, and when you get out of the trance, it all stops. So there is something that I have noticed that I didn't notice before. Two things actually. So when you are connected, gang stalkers can see it in your eyes, in your demeanor, and not only that, but they stop gang stalking you. They stop doing the hand signal. They maybe pass around with, because it's automated. They want it to be automatic. Where, let's say you're at a gym, and the plastic bottles are supposed to be one of those items. The color white is supposed to be one of the items. The color blue is supposed to be one of the items. And let's say, for example, like I had an experience with my phone where I felt like it was gonna get stolen. So what they're gonna do is that they're gonna walk by with their phone, and it's supposed to pull you back. It's supposed to bring that anxiety, that sensation. So it connects you. So the way they're supposed to do such a good job at traumatizing you, so that the items bring such a powerful emotion that is supposed to pull your mind back in, and it's not supposed to allow you to have a mind of your own. So it's supposed to be automatic so that's why they include the turn signals, the headlights. So when you're walking around the world trying to live your life, you are constantly being connected and being pulled back to these traumatic experiences wherever you are outside in the real world. That is what it's supposed to do. That is what it does. So then you're convinced that you're getting gang stalked, but it's the world functioning as it is. The whole point is to traumatize you to such a point that everything that you see keeps you connected. So what they're gonna do is that they're gonna harass you when you're asleep, or even when you're or trying to sleep, when you're in a car. So let's say when I'm in my car and the wind sways it. If I'm connected, the wind swaying my car is gonna make me think of the gang stalking experience, and it's gonna pull my mind back to back to being connected. And what else? So also, let's say the car alarms, the door slams, all of that is supposed to keep you connected. But for some reason, I am not I can disconnect easily. I don't know how, I don't know why, I am continuously being disconnected. And I think it's because I have gone through so much trauma that all this is really nothing to me. I'm used to the bullying, you know, and I am good. Again, I always come back, and that is the most fundamental part of who I am, is that regardless of what happens to me, I will always come back, and I don't give up on myself ever. And that's just how it is. Now, and so I just know for a fact that I am never going to be able to stay connected forever. That's just not going to happen. They're going to have to work a lot to keep me connected. They're going to work their asses to the bone, and that's just what has to happen. And this is the thing: the more they do it, the more I'm gonna get to understand this, and the easier it's gonna be for me to get out of it. So like right now, I'm already giving up on sex. I'm still gonna be using drugs here and there, but not for sex anymore. I'm not gonna be hooking up with anyone whatsoever, because that is one way that they gave me tired. So that's already out of the question. Like for as long as it takes for me to reach my goal. Now, what else is next? So it's just gonna become harder for me for them to get to me, and that's just how it is. Because you learn a lesson, you adapt, you apply, and then you understand, and then you keep going, and they're the ones that are gonna have to evolve to me, not the other way around. Now, also I wanna. Man, sorry, I totally went on a tangent, like usual. Blah, blah. Oh yeah, so connection. I do not understand why I just keep it lasts a little bit, and then my perception goes back to reality. So it just does, and that's not gonna change. And now I can disconnect at will. So the reason I'm talking to you about this is because another observation that I made is that when you are disconnected, you hear voices. And I'm learning how to stop the voices willingly. It's taking a little bit of work and a little bit of practice. And the thing is that now I can discern the voices that are being produced by other people that are funneled into my mind. And I can discern the ones that were just, how do I say, the ones that are because, I can discern where they're coming from. I know where they're coming from, and I know how they're produced. So I know how to control them now, most of them, except in the beginning, when the first time, the initial pop-up of any auditory hallucination, I cannot control it. But as it repeats, then I get control over it. And that's just how it is. So I am trying to control the first time they come in my mind. That's my next goal in my psychological work, is to control all the hallucinations, regardless of how recent, how close, how new they are being put in my head. And I know there's going to be a point where I can stop it before it even pops up. It's how it's going to happen. I already know this. And anyways, it's going to take a lot though, a lot of practice, and it's going to take a lot of enduring, and it's fine, whatever. I'm willing to deal with it. But this is the thing: when you are able to stop the voices, and whenever you are able to, it's when you are able to completely stop the voices is when you are able to completely disconnect. So disconnection means when you can see the colors, you can see whatever you were sensitized to, and it doesn't do shit. It doesn't bring any memories. It does nothing. That is what disconnection is about. And that is the hardest thing, one of the hardest things I have ever done. Like before, the last time, the hardest thing to do was to disconnect. Now I can do that. Now what I need to learn how to do is to pretty much disconnect completely, where no items, no symbols, nothing do anything to my head. No words. So we're already halfway there, because they didn't pull up any memories. For some reason, they still bring up a negative emotion. I don't know why. Like, it's supposed to be related to a personal negative experience, but we already talked about how these people mean nothing to me. I don't care what they know about me, because these people don't matter. I do not give a fuck about these people. What they do, what they hear, whatever it is, I don't care. I do not give a fuck about that. Now it is so work. That's before I did, and it was awful to deal with this. But now that I don't care about them, it's a lot easier. It's I can focus on what I want. I can do what I want, but it still causes that little thing, that little heart palpitation. It is meaningless, but it makes me a little uncomfortable, and it's just I don't know. It's practice. So like right now, I am at a point where I hear it, and I am focusing just on how my heart feels. And when I do that, it doesn't pull up any negative emotions. I just feel the slight discomfort on my body, but that's just that, and it does that. So I don't know. It is just a matter of time before we get to understand this. But yeah. So anyways, the whole idea behind this video was to explain to you more on the topic of connection. So that's what I thought it was in the beginning, and nothing has changed. However, I have now a more thorough understanding of what connection is, and I am slightly more skilled at stopping it. So I know that it has to do with PTSD, but I just have no idea how. Like, I still have flashbacks, but I'm the one that's pulling them out of my mind. Like, I control the flashbacks. I don't know why. I just keep pulling them out. So I guess I just have to stop doing that. Like, right now, I am trying to recontextualize the symbol. So like when I hear a gang stalker doing that, I literally just like imagine him sniffing with his like nostril getting really giant and absorbing like a lot of air, and it's funny. So it has changed that, because now I'm laughing all the time. That's why I'm smiling now, because I am working my way into turning all the things that made me feel uneasy into something comical. And it's like when they say wow, I imagine like a disappointed dog that is like sad, that just literally just like that is super tired of barking, and it is just like barking when it feels no energy. Like what a dog would feel if a dog had no energy. How would he bark? Wow. And when they say that, the image of the dog comes into my head, and it's fucking hysterical. Now, so that's where we're at right now. We are into reframing all the symbols, everything into something funny, so that I can just not care. Instead they're just gonna be my clowns, and that's pretty much what I have to do at this point. That's our new methodology. So it's just trying new things, and if that doesn't work, I'm gonna try something else until something works. And let me tell you, I have gotten so good at withstanding gang stalking, that it is kind of amazing that actually I can get gang stalked, but I am in control of my reactions. I am in control of my emotions for the most part. I feel them, but they're insignificant. But so I still need to try to take control of that. Now, I don't know. That's where we're at. It's literally just control of the self. And with all my being, I have to know that, one, the words that they throw out are fucking random. They don't know what they mean to me, if they do. And second, to understand why it still makes it uneasy. Like, I don't know. I used to be tied in back into my memories. It used to bring flashbacks. Now it brings nothing, but they are still. I am still able to get connected. Like when I'm connected, my attention goes to the gang stalkers. I'm listening to what they're saying. I'm listening to what they're doing, to the sound. Like my attention, what they're doing becomes my first priority. Somehow they're able to do that. When I'm disconnected, my internal self becomes my first priority. What I'm doing, my task at hand, the movie, becomes whatever it is that I want to pay attention to, becomes my first priority in my attention span, I guess, prioritization. And yeah, so I just have to learn how to. I have to understand that what they do is insignificant because it is all indirect. So I can literally ignore it to such an extent that I don't understand their indirects. Like I'm halfway there, but I still see both sides. So I just have to pull my mind back to pay attention to what I'm doing and focus on what I want, on my own thoughts, in order to have them be less in my priorities because what they do does not matter. These people mean nothing to me. And they should stay that way the entire day, 24/7. And it is difficult. It really is. Because it is incredibly difficult to keep your mind focused on you when everyone is trying to get your attention around you. It's incredibly difficult. But I do not run away from a challenge. I never have. And this is the biggest battle of my life, and I do not plan on losing it. And it doesn't matter how hard or how many years it's going to take me to understand. I do not care how long it takes, but it's going to happen. Regardless of what happens to me. And I'm going to fucking die trying. And if I die doing that, I die a happy man because that means that I never gave up on myself. Anyways, thank you guys so much for listening to me. Please comment, share, and yeah, thank you for the new followers. I didn't expect so many new followers to be on this channel so fast. I love you guys. Please share and like. Remember, the whole purpose of this channel is to help everyone understand what gang stalking is comprised of in order to have those targets that believe that gang stalking is electronic harassment know that it isn't. Know that it really is a manipulation of your perceptions of reality. Thank you guys for watching. I love you. See you guys soon.